Namaste, yogi friends. I'm on a little bit of a sabbatical from my teaching at the community center, and I was talking to one of my students who said that his favorite asana is pigeon Kapotāsana, and so I said, hey, I'm going to create a little practice video for you and for anybody else who wants to explore different ways to approach pigeon. So let's find our way to the mat. So for this practice, I'm going to be using a bolster. So you could, if you have a bolster, fantastic, or you could have like a rolled up blanket or towel, could work as well. We'll just set that off to the side. And we're going to start on our backs. So one of the important things, like if pigeon is not comfortable on your hips and your knees and so on, you can always take it to your back. So we're going to start there. Coming onto our back, so feet are flat, and then I'm going to stretch my right leg up, bend that right knee, and make a figure four. So this is probably very familiar to a lot of you. I'm going to reach under there and find the left hamstring. You might straighten the leg. That just gives the hamstring a bit of a stretch as you draw the figure four towards your torso. If you want to get a little core work in there, you can lift the shoulders up away. Beautiful. Let's switch it up. So left leg is long and then bend it. Let's straighten or not the right leg and then drawing that towards the torso, maybe peeling up the shoulders for a little core work. Beautiful. Feet flat again, and let's bend the right knee over for our figure four. This time we're going to keep the left foot on the ground and we're going to roll side to side. So rolling to the left and to the right. Go to the left, that foot's going to land. Go to the right, the thigh's going to land. Just one more swipe side to side. And then this time when we go to the left, we're going to leave it there. So just breathing a little bit into this shape. You might, if it's interesting to you, if it feels interesting, maybe nudge that bent right leg a little bit that way, or just leave it. Beautiful. Let's come back up and switch the legs. So left leg is the bent one on top this time, and then we're just going to go to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left. Now I've got my hands on my torso. You could also have them out to the side, like outriggers, just to give you a little more stability. Beautiful. The next time we come to the right, we're going to let that left foot land and just breathe into this shape. Nice. Let's take it up. So hands underneath the knees and roll yourself up. So that's kind of one way to start it. And then you might kind of see if this is something that gives you a little bit more of a challenge. So I'm sitting and I'm leaning back. I'm going to straighten that right leg and find the figure four. So already here I can feel more of a stretch in the leg. And then I can start to just push into my hands, maybe even like walk them up and bring the torso towards the leg. Just feeling into that stretch. And then let's switch it up. So now I've got my left leg bent on top and just walking the torso closer, pulsing it in and out. Nice. All right, so now we're going to go to using the bolster. So I'm going to take the bolster and set it up so I have a little bit of space at in front of the bolster. Coming onto all fours, and I'm going to start with my right leg. So I'm going to bring that up and over and just kind of snuggle it in. So now I've got the bolster supporting the right femur. You can keep the back foot toes tucked or feet flat. I find with the toes tucked, I feel like I have a little bit more control. And we're going to start by just rolling it to the side and then back towards the center. So you can stop anywhere along the way. Maybe you can even take your hand out to the side and just be finding a little, sort of a smaller range of like a trajectory. Or maybe it's going to feel comfortable coming into an upright position, but you feel that out. So here we can start by pressing into that back foot and just opening the chest forwards, a little back bend. And then maybe it might be interesting to come down to the forearms or not. Just feeling that out. And then we'll crawl our way up out of that, push it back. Find ourselves on all fours again, and we'll take it on the other side. So bringing the left leg forward and settling in. So again, it's the bolster supporting the left femur, and I can lean back this way. That makes it a lot more accessible. And then just start to pulse in and out, feeling where, like finding out where your range of motion is. So you might just keep doing this. Or if it feels okay, you can come into the torso upright. Just big breath in, expressing the chest forward. And then maybe, if it feels like a good idea, coming down onto the forearms. Here you can also incorporate that little sway side to side. I find if there's a lot of intensity, this can really sort of help me hang in there for a little longer. All right, so we'll come on up, climb our way out of that. Let's take the bolster and just set it off to the side. We're going to find our way up to downward facing dog. Nice. All right, let's pedal it out. And then I'm going to sweep right leg up, bend the knee and open the hip. Straighten and bend that right lower limb a couple of times. Let's switch it up other side. Sweeping left up, open the hip, and bending and straightening, and then bringing 2 feet into your downward facing dog. Let's come down to all fours, and we're going to cross the legs and just find our way onto our back again. So for a little release from the work we've done so far, I'm going to lift the legs up, and I'm going to describe circles with my lower limbs. So you'll think that you're doing something with your knees, your toes, but really it's the hips that are being that are working here. And we switch the direction of the circles. Beautiful. Hands underneath. Let's rock it up. And we'll find our way into, I guess, what's a more traditional pigeon. So once again, in this video, I'm going to suggest that you use the 45-degree angle. So I've got my left leg in that configuration. Then I'm going to start by leaning back. So once again, that makes it a lot more accessible. Right leg is long, and then I can start to play with rocking it in towards the center. Play around with that, stop where you need to stop. Here we are. Maybe you can have torso upright and that feels okay. Maybe it'll feel good to come down under the forearms. You can still incorporate that little sway side to side. Maybe you'd like to come all the way down. And coming up, I'm going to lean to the left again and swing that right leg around. So now right leg is going to be placed in that same position. Left leg swings back. So I'm going to start by leaning out towards the right. I've got that right angle here. And we'll just play with rolling in and out. And then maybe torso upright. Maybe coming to the forearms. You can still incorporate that little sway and maybe coming right down, head to the ground, just resting. And then we'll come on out. And we're going to end with a little sequence that's going to, like, we're going to go in and out of, spin in and out of our pigeons. So let's start again left, rolling out to the side, reaching, right arm forward, roll out to the left, swing the right leg forward, reach left. Let's find that 2 more times. So just playing with this. Right leg is bent forward. There's our pigeon, left arm forward. When the left leg comes forward, right hand is going to dive down. And when you're finished, you might want to do an extra one there. We're going to meet just sitting. And just for a moment, see, okay, how does it feel now? Just sort of sitting cross-legged. Is there a little more ease in the hips? And the last actual release that we're going to do is come onto the back again. Take the feet as wide as the mat and let the knees come in. So we're going to play with this internal rotation, something that we rarely work with in most yogasanas. So just allowing a few breaths here. And then we can take this a little further. So I'm going to separate the knees and then allow that right knee to come closer to the floor, as close as it will come. And then right knee up, left knee, same thing. Oh, that's so nice. Let's just do that in a little flow. Such a nice release for all that external rotation we've been doing, a little internal rotation. And then hands underneath the knees, rock it up. Here we are. Okay, that's feeling a lot easier for me to sit cross-legged now. So thank you so much, yogi friends, for joining me in this pigeon progression. Hope to see you in the next video. Namaste.